Hi guys and welcome to Drive Spark. I'm Promeet and what we are driving today is the all new Swift. Now let me just give you a quick tour of the car and just check it out in this dual tone paint shade. Well, the Swift is actually a very good looking and a very nice handling hatchback, and it has been the choice of the public on Indian roads. Whether you find it anywhere in India, you will actually see number of Swifts are more than regular hatchbacks, and that is because this is a very nice car. Now this is the ZXi Plus dual tone automatic variant, which is the top of the line variant. And if you talk about the pricing of this car, the pricing starts at 6.3 lakh ex showroom and goes all the way up to the 9.65 lakh for this variant. That is the dual tone automatic ZXi Plus variant. So let us start off with the front end, and very first thing you will notice that this gets a blacked out headlamp. These are DRLs, very bright DRLs. You got a projector for your high and a low beam, LED fog lights right over there. That is how the front grille looks like. Piano black finishing, your Suzuki logo. Underneath the hood is a 1.2 liter naturally aspirated engine, and you can see that the front lip is finished in this matte black finishing, and that is how the car looks from this side. Now if we move to the side of the vehicle, you will get these 15-inch diamond cut dual tone alloy wheels, which you get only in the top end variant. However, the low variant gets an alloy wheel but not machine cut, and the lower below that gets steel wheels, so you get blacked out ORVMs right over here with integrated indicator. There you have your request sensor. You just need to keep this key inside your pocket, and your keyhole, which is slightly exposed. Ground clearance wise, this has around 163 mm, which is pretty decent. That is how the top looks like. It is obviously a dual tone, so it's finished in black. However, a shark fin antenna would have looked really nice at the back. Body lines and creases run all the way from front to the back, and if you notice, this is the rear section. And however, you get LED tail lights, and you also get a high stop mount light, which has this kind of a spoiler. It's not a spoiler, but gives a feel of a spoiler. Then you get a wiper with a washer. You get the Swift badging, and you don't get the variant badging whatsoever. You have a camera and parking sensors, and the rear bumper is completely finished in the body paint. No blacked out or matte black parts. That is the camera of the vehicle. If you just open the boot, that is your boot. It's a 265 liter of boot. You get a parcel tray with it as well, and this can easily actually store luggage for at least maybe 4 to 5 people. You also get a split seat right over here, so you can fold either side down, 60-40 split, which is a good thing. This is to close the boot. Just do this and the boot will close. And now let us move on to the inside. Now let us start off with the back section. So this is how the rear end looks like. You get 2 adjustable headrests. That is your AC controls, and over here you get your holder to keep your phone, your Type A and Type C charging sockets. That is to adjust the blower speed, and nothing else over here. You only get a magazine pocket on this side. You do not get a magazine pocket on this side, and that is how the cabin looks like from the rear. That's your door pocket. You can hold a half-liter bottle. Maybe a 1 liter can fit in, but it will be a tight fit. Now moving on to the front section. This is how the front seats look like. The front section is pretty nice. So this is a bottle. Let me just demonstrate. This is a half a liter of a bottle, and yeah, this goes in. I think this can hold a 1 liter, but again, depends on what bottle you have. This can hold half a liter, 1 liter, and you still have some space over here. These are window controls, ORVM controls, slight amount of chrome that is given over here. Plus you have silver finishing. That's your start stop, engine start stop button, your traction control, and there you have your automatic start stop and your headlight leveler. Over here we have a very nice dashboard. It's an all blacked out cabin. It looks very futuristic and very sporty compared to the previous generation Swift. Now that's your cluster. You get a mix and match of analog and a small MID screen that is there to tell you information like your fuel economy, drive time, mileage, your motion and torque, and these are your torque figures. So that is how. And as far as mileage goes, there you go, 16.7 is what we are getting in the city. Now the car is standing, and the AC will also be on, so between 16 and 17 is what you can expect from this AMT version, which is a really nice thing within the city. And that's your steering wheel. It's a flat bottom steering wheel, and if you see over here, you get your cruise control buttons over here, you get your volume adjustment, and to adjust this 9-inch infotainment system, you get a manual IRVM. This side has a vanity mirror, this side does not have a mirror. You only get this light, there is no rear light. However, there's a boot light as well. That's your climate control, that's your automatic climate control. So that's how you use it. And if you look below over here, you will see that you get your USB charging slot right over here. Then this is your 12-volt socket. You also get a wireless charger, that is your cup holders, and this is your AMT gearbox, manual handbrake, and as I was showing, type A and type C chargers right here that can be accessed both front and back. Seats are absolutely phenomenal. Just look at that. This is a bucket seat, and I will be telling you about this seat when I drive the car. Very comfortable seat, a lot of cushioning, and that is your silver finishing that goes across the dashboard over here. Some storage space over here, but you miss out on an armrest. However, if they can get an armrest, you have a multiple choice from aftermarket, but a company fit armrest for the AMT variant or the top end variant would have really been nice. Steering wheel only has a tilt adjustment, it does not get a telescopic adjustment, and that is actually how the cabin looks like. So yeah guys, it has got airbags. It has got 6 airbags. So this is the top of the line variant. So yeah, 6 airbags on the top of the line variant, and it is a nice car. This features Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and if I could just show you the reverse camera, there you go, that's your feed from the camera. It gets guideline, but it's not adaptive. So yeah, that is how the Swift is. This is the top line variant, and this is how it looks like from the inside. So now let's go driving. This car gets a 1.2 liter naturally aspirated engine under the hood, and it is obviously down on 1 cylinder. It is now a 3 cylinder instead of a 4 cylinder. So at idling speeds, you might find that car has a little bit of vibration, but once you're on the move like this, then there is no more vibration. It's a very smooth revving engine, and it revs all the way up to the 6000 RPM mark. And if you talk about power, it produces around 81 bhp of power and around 112 Nm of peak torque, which on paper might look a little less, but if you see the weight of the Swift, which is at 925 kilos, that's the curb weight, it is a light car, and the power to weight ratio is actually good according to that. We will just do a pull and show you how fast you can reach the triple digit speeds, and beyond that. We'll go in 3, 2, 1. And there we've reached 100, and then we have 110, 120. And if we talk about the braking also, the braking is also very nice. Let me just hit the brakes. Yeah, brakes are pretty good. You got your front disc that is ventilated, and rear is obviously drum. So yeah, what makes the Swift a really good car is the engine, yes, a little bit, but it is the suspension of the all new Swift. Well, the Swift was known for its handling, and it still is a very good handler. So as far as suspension goes, the new Swift is actually a very good handling car. So let me give you a small example. So for example, if you're driving like this and suddenly someone brakes in front of you, or someone comes, or there is something that you have not seen and you immediately need to change lanes, you just flick the steering wheel and you see that this thing changes lanes like instantly. Like you have instant feedback from the steering wheel, which is actually very good. And with the traction control and the ABS and EBD, the car actually stays in place, which is a very good thing. Plus also, I would say that the seats are really nice. As I was talking before, these are kind of bucket seats, and these are one of the most comfortable seats that I have been in these small cars. So The seat is actually very nice. It just holds you in place, does not allow you to move out. You just like, it's a proper bucket fit seat, and which is actually a very good thing. So acceleration wise, it is pretty decent. Handling wise, it is very nice. Suspension is good. It is a mix of both comfort as well as handling. And if you have some load in the car, that is, you are 2 to 3 people going, the car feels really planted. And all of this it is doing on the stock tire. So just imagine if you upgrade the tires to a slightly better one. So just imagine how good this thing will be able to handle. So yeah, handling wise, very good. This gearbox is also very nice. However, I would recommend you to keep it in D only. M, you will, in the manual mode, you will not be using it. Does not get paddle shifters over here. But this AMT gearbox is very reliable. It's very robust. Nothing will happen to it, whether you abuse it or you drive it peacefully. So the gear shifts are nice. Downshifts are a little quicker than upshifts, but upshifts, when it is shifting, you do not get that movement effect when you used to get in the regular AMTs. People used to say that AMT gearbox is like okay and it has a lot of lag. Well, this one does not. I would not say it will not have a lot of lag, but it will have less lag compared to the other AMTs that I have driven. If we talk about the gearbox, it is again good. Engine is pretty peppy. It's a light car, so obviously it pulls hard as well. 6,000 RPM. You got your features that are actually necessary for the car: 6 airbags, a 9-inch screen, your cluster, your steering wheel controls. Everything is just, fits perfectly in the all new Swift. And since this is top of the line variant, it has got everything that you can fit in it, obviously except the aftermarket accessories that you get with this car from the dealership. But other than that, it is a very good handler. It's a very good daily car. It's got beautiful mileage on the, like within the city you will get somewhere between 16 to 17 on an AMT, and on the highway I have got up to 20 to 23, maybe sometimes I've even seen around 24 kilometers to a liter, which is a really good thing. So yeah guys, the Swift is, no wonder it is the #1 choice for people when it comes to hatchbacks. There are other hatchbacks also, they will perform very well, but the Swift is something that actually people have a lot of emotion for. You've seen a lot of Swifts on the Indian road, and you will continue to see Swifts on the Indian road. And once again, let me tell you the price of this vehicle. So the starting price is 6.3 lakh ex showroom and goes all the way up to the 9.65 lakh, which is for this one, the top of the line ZXi Plus dual tone AMT variant. So yeah guys, I hope you like this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, share and subscribe to our social media channels. I'm Promit signing out. See you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, be safe and drive safe. And there you have one more Swift, which is the older model. See you in the next video.